Hello everybody, welcome to The Real You. Another episode, this time with my man Han, an amazing individual that is sharing his whole life from when his parents arrived to Australia. His struggles, and now by consistency, he got to where he is. I hope you enjoy this episode. Take a closer look. Make sure you subscribe, and thank you. Okay, so we've got here Han, from, where are you from, Han?
Vietnam.
Vietnam. Nice to meet you. Great, my man.
Right.
So what I want you to do is just tell us a little bit yourself.
A little bit about me. I guess obviously I have a Vietnamese background. Raised in Australia, of course, Sydney area, Australia, and my my family were migrants. Jumped on a boat to escape the Vietnam War. We quite thank God that we are here because they were stuck in the ocean, and a Navy boat rescued them. You know what I mean? So
Oh, wow.
there's a lot. The pirates stole. Obviously the Thai pirates, they knew, that there were people escaping the war, so they watch the oceans and they'll come and they'll rob everyone that's trying to escape. You know what I mean? And my family got the boat motor taken, water taken. Grandma and that swallowed the gold because all they had was whatever gold they had, jewelry, because they were going somewhere to,
Wow.
and they needed something, you know what I mean?
That's a story, yes.
Yeah, so, and then they were stuck out there, just, it was either someone save them or they die, you know what I mean? But they pray, all they done was pray, prayed to God, and their prayers were answered, and that's why we're here. Yeah.
Wow, that's an amazing. I wasn't expecting that. Pirates and everything in this story.
100%.
That's so good. But tell me a bit, you, like, what do you do for work? What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So look, I own a rendering business in we do commercial, residential, doing that. So I do rendering. Now I'm going into life coaching.
Yeah, amazing business, that one.
Yeah. So, obviously we met through Luke Hawkins'
Yeah.
thing, and, I've got, look, for the reason why I guess going down the life coaching is I've got a past, you know what I mean? Growing up in poverty in Australia, in housing, dealing with a lot of things like poverty, racism, when I was growing up.
Yes.
Used to get rocks thrown at me when I was walking to school.
Oh, wow.
Get told to go back to my own country, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There were a lot of things, and I guess the way if I look back now, the way I dealt with it was, in the effect mode, like I was a victim. You know what I mean?
Yes.
In that victim mindset, poor me, you know what I mean? Shattered self-esteem, looking for, self-worth or sense of belonging somewhere. And that's where I started hanging around with older Asian groups. And then went down the wrong road, right? Started, they were, they were into crime, drugs, all that stuff. And that's how I can see how I fell into it. Looking for a sense of belonging and guidance and sort of that safety. And they made me feel safe because, big groups of Asians and gangs and this and that.
Yes.
And
But you're obviously you've come out of all that,
Yeah,
which
of
is
course.
very good,
Yeah,
and that's the
100%.
whole point, We
Yeah.
all go through struggles and things. But so, were you born here or
Yeah, I was born here.
born here,
Yeah.
but still the racism and
Yeah.
everything was there?
Yeah, 100%.
And what area did you grow up in?
I grew up in Wollongong itself.
Wollongong.
Yeah.
Okay, so you are from Wollongong.
Yeah.
Because you actually have driven from Wollongong. That's about what, an hour and a half, 2 hour
Yeah,
drive.
an hour and a half. Yep.
Yeah, thank you so much, man,
That's
for
all right,
being
bro.
here. It's an honor to have you. I
Appreciate
got
it.
to meet you at Luke Hawkins camp. Shout out
Yep.
to Luke. He's an amazing individual, very young, and
Yep.
all his talent. He's woken up a lot of, I think, potential in people,
Yep.
and it's great to see that people are finding their way. I'm one of them as well.
Yeah.
But this now, we want to hear about you and everything. I got to meet you on the online course, and I saw that you actually won a prize
Yep,
because
yep.
you did so well. You know, you're a man that takes action.
Yep.
So that's great to hear, and you're already on your route of being a life coach, which you already are. You know, because you're already got customers and everything.
Yep.
But the good thing is that you've got a story to tell, and I
Yes.
think that's where you can see it comes from your heart.
Yep.
So that's an amazing thing, and
Appreciate
so thank you for sharing again. And why did you get into rendering? Like, how did you feel of, or why do you do what you do?
I was actually so before rendering, I worked in corporate. I was actually I worked for logistics, toll logistics first,
Okay.
and then from toll logistics, I worked for Coca-Cola Amatil in North Sydney, North Shore. There I worked in sales and customer service, but then I also became a business coach there.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
You've done it all.
So I climbed the ranks and got mentored in there, and so I actually was in corporate, and then as I climbed up, like honestly, when you get into a leadership position, there's a lot of politics, right?
Yes.
And I didn't like the politics.
You didn't like it.
I stepped away from corporate. How I got into rendering, I had a friend that his father-in-law owned the rendering business, and I was actually going to become a chippy, like a carpenter.
Okay.
I was ready to do like a training, everything for carpentry, but then I run into this friend, and he goes, "Oh, come try out rendering, right?"
And you stay.
And I stayed. Like I like the physical, the outdoor,
Yes.
traveling around to different areas, you know, and the designs. Like I enjoy the creativity inside rendering. Yeah.
That's so good.
yeah,
That's so good.
Yeah.
But and you have obviously it sounds like a successful business.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's good. You make a good living, which
Yeah,
is good.
financially very good. You know, got a lot of builders who just stick with me, and which is great. You know, you build that rapport and relationship. So you know, like rendering's a good business. It is.
That's so good. That's so good. So, what, what or who has influenced you, you know, now in a good way or not so good
Yeah.
up to now?
Up till now, well, in a good way, probably family. I have a lot of siblings, 4 sisters, 2 brothers. You know, my
Older,
parents,
younger.
they're all older. So they're
Oh, so
all-
you're
I'm
the
youngest.
little one.
I'm the only one born in Australia. I'm the only Aussie.
Okay.
Nah, yeah, and I have mentors. I have like, you know, I'm part of a men's group with some great mentors in it, like entrepreneurship, and they're great. They're genuine men who want to see more masculinity and more good men out there, you know. So I've got a lot of mentors. I'm always learning. So always looking for mentors to lead me and learn off, you know. I normally look at people, if I guess if they have a nice lifestyle, no, it doesn't have to be lavish, but nice, but they got a good heart. They're
Yes.
still humble.
Yes.
Then that's who I want to be too, you know. what I mean?
Yes.
Like,
That's who you aspire to be. You
that's
look,
it.
you admire them and
Yeah, and
want
they-
to become
yeah.
who they are. Yeah, it's good. It's a good thing.
Yeah.
You know, I do the same,
Yeah.
and I think it's a great way to see the world. You gotta learn from who's better than you.
That's
you know?
it.
That's so good. So when you say masculine and out there, is it like what do you define as masculine?
Masculinity. Good men, good values.
Yeah.
No, it's not that physical aspect, you know, but it's the traditional
Respecting
men's role,
women.
respecting women,
Being
you know,
responsible for their families.
That's it. When you need to lead the way, you gotta lead. Like
Yeah.
you're. For me, I'm the I'm the king in my home,
That's
and my
it.
partner's the queen. And you got your princesses, your daughters.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
princesses.
Yeah, you know what I mean. And you gotta take care of your kingdom.
Yes, you do.
Whether it's to protect, to serve, you know, to educate, to be a leader when you need to be, you know what I mean? And at the same time, there's been so much for me to develop, like emotional awareness and intelligence, you know what I mean? That's a big thing for me, because when you're working, when you're a business owner, and you get home, sometimes you forget that you're a husband and you're a father. You know what I mean? Because you're so caught up in all this
Life, yeah.
life, just business is that you got to do this, got to do that, and thinking about this. But I learned to switch myself off and give, you know, don't forget about love. You know what I mean? Like
Yes.
in the home, and it's something. For me, I'm very spiritual now as well, like with God. I go to church on Sundays, you know, I pray, I'm grateful. I talk to God more on a grateful aspect. Don't really need to ask Him, because I know He's, you know,
Taking care of everything.
that's it.
Yeah,
He's you believe it already, you know, and He's probably put us here in the same room for a reason.
Yes, I agree.
Right?
Yes.
Because we have a purpose.
Hmm.
And for that, you know, you got to thank God. Like, I honestly wouldn't be here if God didn't answer my prayers many, many times. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's been times where I didn't want to stay on earth, right?
Yes,
you know,
I
so-
can picture that.
Mm.
Yeah. So I guess what I wanted to ask is if there was a time that you wanted to give up, you
Yeah.
know, on thing,
Yeah,
and just if you could elaborate on that, like
Ah.
how you
of course.
felt, you know, the emotions.
Yep.
We're getting a little bit deep in this, right?
Yeah, the time where I wanted to give up is the time I was stuck in addiction, right? For me, I was addicted to every drug you can think of in the world, I fucking used, right?
Yeah.
Whether it's coke, meth, ecstasy, opiates, anything, right? I'll
Wow.
go wake up and then I'll try and go to sleep on opiates and that, you know what I mean? And it was just, man, I destroyed a lot of relationship, family, you know, my own family. You know, which parent wants to look at their child and think I'm gonna raise him to become an addict? You know what I mean?
Of course,
fucking no,
of
you know
course,
what I mean?
yes.
But I do remember in those times, I still believed in God, but my spiritual actions and stuff wasn't there. Like,
You didn't have a relationship.
Nah, I didn't.
Yeah,
I
you
left.
kind of know about him,
yeah,
and you believe what they tell you about him,
Yeah.
but
yeah.
because you don't really talk to him. That's why
That's
you're
right.
doing all these
And
things. I
then,
guess.
and then I was being a victim.
Yeah.
So I'll be like, what's God, you know, look what He's doing to me, right?
Why me?
yeah,
Why me?
do you know what I mean? So
Yes.
being that victim mode, right?
Yes, yes.
And you know, the pain, I guess, destroying relationships, doing, you know, stupid things, and just led down a lonely, dark path, my friend. Like, you know, you end up fucking no one wants to know you because you're like a junkie, right? You're an addict,
Yes.
right? Well, who wants to associate with you? No one, right? Besides other addicts or other criminals or other, you know. And really, that world is, it's a devil's world, bro. It's an evil world, and people in that in that world, I know now, it's like all fake. You know what I mean? All fake. It's like they'll call you your brother, your family, or I got your back, bro. All good, you know. But it's all fake. Everyone's got
Lost. Everybody's
Yeah.
lost.
Everyone's lost. If I look back at everyone, I call them all. I don't call them friends or mates. I say they're associates, right?
Yes.
I look back now, half of them are dead in jail or still doing stupid shit, right? And yeah, and I guess that dark place brought me to a very lonely place where you feel like you're not worth anything. It's very hard to reach out because of who you become, you know. And then you sort of you start to question why do you want to live on for tomorrow, you know. For me, it was I questioned like what was the point, and then I sort of also try to justify, okay, if there's a God, I'm gonna, you know, go see him, right? And honestly, like, you're going down the path of darkness and suicide thoughts where you don't want to live anymore, right? Because it's nothing there for you. You have no
Yeah,
purpose.
you don't see nothing.
No purpose, no, you know, what's this shit like? You know what I mean?
This isn't living.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's not
of
living.
course.
And then I guess that I just thought, oh, well, I'll just die, you know. I try to OD and stuff rather than go hang this. I had friends that hung themselves or jumped off cliffs and drowned
Oh,
themselves.
wow.
Yeah.
That's sad, yeah.
So there's plenty in that world. And then for me, it was, yeah, I thought, I'll just OD. I'll try and OD, you know, but I'll never.
You never did. You never
It
managed.
just got worse.
God didn't want you to live yet.
And that's it. I think, and it is. I think it's God. You know, I used to think, why this, right? But now I know.
Now you know.
Now I've got the answers because He put me through. God faithfully put me through adversity, and He's made me become the gentleman today. You know what I mean? Like the man today. The with all the wisdom, they're all lessons. The insight I have, you know, when I see people, the empathy I have for them, the love I can give to people, is on another level. Like it's what God wants. You know what I mean? It's what people need, and that's the amazing thing is I see why now. I see there's a belief behind it now. Before it was a different belief, a negative belief behind it.
Yes.
And now it's switched. As you heal, you know what I mean? As you heal yourself and you look at your behaviors and you look at, you know, your how you used to think, and then you change that thinking, you become just a better man, bro. And that's just what I guess the lessons that God taught me.
That's so good. That's
yeah.
so good, man. Yeah. But you definitely come through.
Yeah.
So that's good. It's a good thing. So on your journey of developing and growth, what do you find that happens regularly? That's a challenge.
Oh, that happens regularly. Things get hard. I think.
But they're not easy.
Yeah, nothing. For growth to happen, it's always that hard part.
Yes.
Yeah, it's an example, the gym. You want to get growth in the gym.
I saw you at the gym, you know, punching the bag and everything.
You gotta do the hard, right?
Yes.
It's the same with life. I find the discipline and being consistent, doing, you know, we were talking about it before, the repetitiveness. Yeah.
Yes. Discipline, of course.
Yeah, and it becomes, you gotta remember why you're doing certain things and where's it gonna lead. You know, I think that's the hard part. You gotta be grateful. For me, it's the gratefulness that I wake up and I get to breathe. I get to kiss my wife on the forehead, say goodbye to my daughter as I walk out. You know what I mean? Give her a hug.
Yes.
They're the gratefulness points because tomorrow is not promised.
no promise.
You know,
But
never promise.
the hard part is to wake up every day and do maybe the same. That you
100%.
gotta be repetitive and consistent.
Yep.
So there is always an emotion of, am I? Is it gonna be a good day today,
Yep.
or am I gonna be? I don't feel like doing it.
Yeah.
I guess, but I still have to do it.
Yeah.
So we all go through that. Yeah.
Yep,
I guess
we do.
that's what I want our audience to hear from someone, that it's not easy for anything to happen. But it's also a lot of fun, and there is a lot of growth when you come through it, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
When you go on the other side after maybe going to the gym in the morning,
Yeah.
at the beginning waking up or even going to the gym, you feel a bit lazy sometimes.
of course.
You'd rather stay at home, watch a TV series or something.
Yeah.
But then once you finish the gym, you feel,
Yep.
you know, okay, I've made it, you know,
Yeah.
energetic, a bit healthier, more
Yeah.
fit.
Yeah. So I guess there's things I learned of my mentors, of the guys. Is there's you got some pillars, you know, like a building. You got pillars that are foundations to you. Yeah. And my pillars are like my health, my physical health is important. So health, my emotional awareness and intelligence, my mentality, so my mental state. You know, finances, that's a pillar, has to be a pillar. Spiritual, you know what I mean? So a faith in God. These are examples of some of the pillars of my foundation that each day when I get up, I look at them, you know. So every morning I actually do a journal, right? First thing I do when I wake up, you know, is my priority. I'll kiss my wife and my daughter. That's because they're the most important thing in my life, right? So I make sure that's the first thing that I do, because that's a priority to me. I can't call them a priority if I go do other stuff, and then before I walk out the door, I kiss them and that.
That's so good.
You know what I
yeah,
mean? Because that means I care about the other things more
First.
than them, right?
Yeah,
So
that's
the
so
very
good.
first thing, my intention, it's always, everything I do is intentional, right?
Yes.
So it's them first, then I'll go work on me. So I'll journal, I'll reflect, I'll make sure, you know, my health is good, because this is all self-love aspect, you know what I mean? All things about self-love. If you love yourself, you look after your health, you know what I mean?
Yes.
That's real, what you're putting in your body, what you're doing. And then, you know, your mental state, being grateful, all these aspects that that helps me start the day, so I don't have to say to myself, you know, I gotta have a good day, because after I do all these things, I know I've already started.
You already started with a good
That's
day.
right. I already started good, right?
That's so good.
And
yes.
then there's a phrase someone once told me. It's like, you're not having a bad day, you're just having bad moments.
That's it.
You know what I mean? So there's little moments in the day that might not go your way, right? But you gotta look at all the other
bigger
aspects.
picture,
Yeah, the
yeah.
bigger picture.
And you've done so much at the beginning of the day that they all become little. You know, when
That's right.
when there is a bit of a challenge or a bad moment, like you say, maybe small confrontation here and
Yeah,
there
yeah.
at work, things don't go the way you want.
Yeah.
But because you've had that, you've taken those steps into being positive from right the beginning of the day, it doesn't bother you.
That's
You're in
correct.
such good mood that it's like, okay, it's just another thing.
That's it.
We can go pass by and
Yeah,
let's
yeah.
continue living.
Yeah.
That's very good, man. The priority part, I love that, because I didn't see it that way. I understood what priority was, but yeah, it is true. You know, you
So,
gotta put
yeah.
it first. I do it with praying.
So
I
God
obviously
first, God first. Yeah, that's
he's
good.
my daughter. My daughter is my world, but my wife as well. But
Yeah.
I do have a weak spot for my daughter.
Of course, we all do.
But praying will be straight there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. So, what would you say is your why? You've explained about your daughter, your wife being the priority. But what's your why of
Yeah.
doing what you do? You know, or maybe that you know you're going into this journey of
Yeah.
being a life coach.
Yeah. My wife for that is like a legacy and to be that a leader in the community that gives hope. You know, there's a lot of people who run out of hope. You know what I mean? They run out of hope and they choose to leave the world. Yeah, it's because there's not enough. I don't think there's enough people, enough coaches, enough good men like you, like me, like everyone. You know what I mean? That we've met to put the hand out and say, "Hey, come." You know what I mean? Or a lot of it too is men find it hard to reach out as well. You know,
Yes, very hard.
very hard. But the more we are out there, the more we are creating a legacy, brother. You know, that legacy is hope for other men, other people, other not just men but women too. You know, to reach out and it's for me. It's also a part of the God's scriptures, like to help. You know what I mean? To spread the
Yeah.
love, right?
Yes.
The main thing is to spread love.
Yes.
And why not do it with things you love doing? You know, I love helping, I love sharing my knowledge. So coaching was something that I've always thought about doing, even that many years ago when I quit, I got out of addiction and that it was in my head like to go into community service or youth work or something like that. But look, during those times, I think it actually worked out better because I got to grow as a person more, and grow my knowledge, and also prove that I can live free from that I'm recovered. Right? For me, I don't believe in recovery. I believe that you're recovered. Don't tell yourself. If you tell yourself you're still in recovery, that's an excuse to go back.
Yeah, you could be pulled back. I
That's
guess.
right.
True.
For me, it's like
You're
I'm
recovered,
bro.
and it's true. Well, once you
what?
say finished, it should be finished.
That's right.
You can't be in the
You
middle.
know? And
That's a good one. Yeah.
It's a big thing for me. Recovery. The people that built the platform for it's a disease. It's recovery for life. It's a money making sort of thing, right?
Yeah.
Because they want to keep you in there for life, right?
Yeah.
But it's not. It's like I'll give you a little metaphor. I find it's like, you know, when you're trying to be healthy but stay on a
You're
good
trying.
diet, right?
Yeah.
And then you smell KFC, and then you're sort of like, oh, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, and that becomes a choice.
Yeah.
Addiction is a choice.
And your mind says, oh, but you're trying at least.
Yeah.
Why is it not
Yeah.
you've changed?
Yeah.
Not even look
That's
at it.
right.
I agree, man. The decision is a big thing, and that's one of the reasons why I enjoy Luke Hawkins' camp, because
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
so straight to the point.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like it's a decision. At the end
My
of the
friend,
day,
it is.
unless you take responsibility, you can't really do much.
That's
you
right.
know. So if you either play from the effect or the cause. So you
100%.
either create your future, or you're an effect of whatever else happens around you.
That's it.
That's so good, man.
Beautiful,
so
bro.
good. So if you could go to the past, what would you do different?
You're asking me that now. I probably wouldn't change anything, my friend, because it's made me who I am now. If I go and change it, I don't think I'll be um, the spiritual, the loving, the you know what I mean, all the values I have, you know, the amount of empathy I have for people, you know, the understanding I have, mate, I can't change it, no way, because I can see if I go back and change something, I'll be different.
You'll be different. Yeah.
But now I've got to a point where I love myself, right?
That's so good. Yes.
And I love everything about life at the moment. So why go back and change anything, my friend? Because you change,
That's good.
you
That's a
change
good.
the course of what God designed
It's
for
true.
me.
It's
You
true.
know?
Yeah. Yes.
And then if I go back and want to change it, it's like me not believing in what God wants me to do.
And we all go through seasons, you know, so
100%.
it could be one or the other. You obviously went through a very tough one, but it's not something that it's only a one person thing. There's
That's
a
it.
lot of issues around that topic, you know.
Yeah.
People wanting to take their lives,
Yeah.
or going through addiction problems,
Yeah.
you know, feeling so many things like racism. You know,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
were born here and
Yeah.
you still went through it, you know.
100%.
And now I ask you if you wanted to change something, and you say, no, this is what's made me. So a personal lesson is it's made you stronger. It's made you even more loving towards other people in order to help. This is the purpose that you're finding in your life. That's
it.
so good, man.
Yeah.
So good. So, what are the plans for the near future for Han?
Plans for me is work on building my coaching platform business, you know, and for me, I'll probably try and transition out of my rendering business, and I'll probably, honestly, I could probably sell it, but I'll give it to, you know, I'm someone that I'm thankful. There's two individuals that stuck by me through the tough times.
Are you gonna say that in the interview? Maybe they're waiting already.
They can wait. But you know what I mean? Like, and they deserve it too, you know?
That's so good.
I've always looked after them, even financially. I've given one of them a car, you know what I mean? Like,
That's so good.
You know, so it's like they're people you want in your life, you know what I mean? And you know, it's very hard to find good people you can trust these days, my friend. Like,
Yes.
so much evil out there.
Yes.
So much deception, you know. I've even had like, I paid for a life coach, like someone to coach me, and then realized they were misaligned, like they were just fake. You know
Oh
what I mean?
wow, that's
So I was just trying
that's
to,
not what you are.
that's right. You
Definitely
know,
not.
and that's why we need more people like us,
Yes.
because we are actually genuine about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's another piece why I want to be a part of. You know what I mean? Look at the community we were with, right? Over that entity, over the
That
3
was
days,
amazing. A lot of people. Yes.
170 people, but everyone were
Shouting, dancing, old people.
Oh,
Some
loving.
people couldn't even move,
Yeah,
and they still wanted
that's
to
right.
share. To yes,
and
it's
then
so good.
I got to watch you heal, you know, on stage.
Yes, they broke me. You know, you remind me of that. I got all emotional. I did heal in something with my parents.
Yeah.
And it was good. It
Yeah.
was very good. It made me realize and be aware of a lot of things.
Yep.
And I think when we have a story, we're able to share.
That's right.
And help people find, you know, their way as well.
Yeah.
Because really we all have that answer, but we're just not strong enough.
Yeah.
We need another
That's
person to help us pull that out.
Yeah.
That's so good.
Yeah.
So you will be doing life coaching.
Yep.
You're focusing on who are you?
Yeah, my niche would probably be addiction.
Addiction.
You know, but surrounding that, you got your people, you know, with your low self-esteem, and that comes into it. So there's a lot of things around it. I mean, I'm happy to coach. You know, we've got the tools we were provided by Luke, there's a lot of things you can overcome. You know what I mean?
Of course, and everything helps.
On everything.
Yeah,
So, but it all starts with the self-limiting beliefs, right?
yes.
So once you get through all that, people can move forward, and you get stronger people, and our community will grow. And I'm someone that I love the aspect of what Luke created, that community of coaches.
Yes.
We all help each other. We're all here to help each other too, right?
Yes, very much so.
And I know down the track, me and you will probably do things together. You know what I mean?
I hope so. Certainly hope so.
If someone that aligns to your niche asks me, I'll just say, I've got someone for you, mate.
And the same, you know, we all have our strengths,
100%.
And I think people identify with certain people too, and you can't. You have to help them, not make them be with who, like make them be who you want them to be, but rather than that, for them to be genuine.
Yeah.
And they might go through. Thankfully I didn't feel the racism. I did go through a bit of drug issues.
Yeah.
But maybe not as deep as somebody else.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people that they need this stuff, and you might have so much to tell them, and they will feel safe,
Of course.
Even though I may share the same thing or similar, they feel better with you. So why not? That's so good, Han. So, I guess to finish up, what would you say to our audience what would be like a suggestion for self-growth, for self-development? Like, what would you tell them as an advice,
I think as advice, always learn every day. Always keep learning, seek mentors, seek leaders. But remember also, you can learn off anyone. Like, sometimes I even learn off my little girl, you know what I mean?
They're the best teachers.
Right, because you get home and they smile and giggle and you're like, hey, there's a lesson there. Yeah, life's good. You know what I mean? You can learn off anyone. Just stay humble and always look at the lesson in the moment. It doesn't matter what it is. Like, could be someone yelling at you, right? What's the lesson there? Lesson there could be, you know what? I need to stay a good man, stay disciplined, stay emotionally controlled. I don't need to react. I respond rather than react. Yeah, that's a big thing for me. I don't react to things. I respond to things.
So good. Yes.
And that's they're lessons I've learned. So I always seek people to learn off. You never stop learning. It's an investment that is priceless. So, it doesn't matter how much it is. It's good if you're learning off the right people. It's a lifelong. You know what I mean? You're paying a small amount for a lifelong lesson. Like,
yes.
For us to heal, for us to grow, for us to teach others. Like, there's so much value in learning, So for me, my advice to everyone is reach out to us and learn off us, you know what I mean? But just keep learning off everyone.
Keep learning, yes, I agree. You gotta be learning all the time.
Yep.
When you think you know it all, that's probably when you're the most wrong. You always have to allow people to, the right people as well. You gotta be learning from the right people.
So there was advice someone gave me. Always try to be the weakest person in the room. Because if you're the weakest person in the room, you're gonna learn off everybody in there, right?
No, so good.
Yeah. So always be humble and just listen. Yeah.
So good, Han. Thank you so much for everything, for your time. I know you
Appreciate it.
took time off your work, your busy schedule. You got all nice dressed and everything. We had breakfast.
Yep.
It was an amazing time.
Yep.
And hopefully in the near future we'll have you again, you know,
Yeah,
if you've
sure.
got time, and we'll have a little chat more, maybe with another person.
Yep.
You know, the whole point of the channel is for people to see people who through who they really are.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
we all sometimes wear these masks, you know, in a way or
100%.
another, or maybe not masks but hats. You know, we put the hat of a worker, business person.
Yeah.
Sometimes we gotta watch out and have some boundaries in order to protect ourselves.
Yeah.
But it's very important that people see that we all have these feelings, we all have the struggles, and it's a matter of choosing to break through.
Yeah.
Always choosing to step up, to become better.
Yep.
And that's the whole point and purpose of the channel, that people get inspired and they aspire to be someone better, and that it doesn't matter where they're at the moment. They know that they could always break through, you know.
Beautiful,
they could
man.
always build from that and learn from it. Thank you so much for that,
Right,
man. It was a pleasure to have you.
Nice to meet you, my brother.
Thanks so much,
Yeah,
brother.
yeah. Appreciate it.
Any other words you wanna finish up with?
I think you should tell them what your channel is, bro, so they can jump on your channel, mate.
But you can always tell them. So it's Achieve the Real You. Thank you so much, guys, for coming. My man Han here, we had an amazing time. It
Yep.
was great to have him. It's a bit chilling, a bit cold right now, but we made the effort to share this with you. I hope you enjoyed the interview. There will be much more to come, and I hope that we continue to have guests such as good as my man Han here, and that you guys enjoy it. Take care.